You're 5 years away from retirement, and you know this is the most crucial season of your life. In today's video, we're going to discuss the key components that you need to consider during this time that you're planning for retirement. We have to start this conversation off by understanding that retirement planning is a system. You have to be mindful of when you're going to claim your Social Security benefits, what income sources you have, how taxes are going to impact those decisions. Do you have a plan for protection? And how are your investments going to be utilized during this season in your life? So when it comes to Social Security timing, the very first thing I always encourage my clients to do, since this is the foundation of your whole retirement plan, understanding what are your income needs. Take some time and think about how much money am I going to need in retirement? And as you consider that, also think about if you have any hereditary health challenges in your family. You need to consider that because that is going to impact your life expectancy. Now, as you're thinking about when you're going to claim your Social Security benefits, you have to also think about how that decision is going to impact you overall. How is it going to impact your lifetime income? How is it going to impact your spouse if you're married? And if you are the higher income earner, how is your claiming decision going to directly impact that surviving spouse? Since we know that Social Security benefits are the foundation of our retirement income, the next thing we need to consider is how we're going to protect the other income sources that we have. When I meet with clients that are near retirement age, if they have 80 to 90% of their retirement savings exposed to the stock market, I have a very heart-to-heart conversation with them and help them to understand that there are more safe ways to protect that income. We all know that the stock market can be like a roller coaster. It goes up, it goes down, and as you're nearing your retirement years, if the market drops 30, 40%, that is going to truly impact how you retire and possibly even when. So here I encourage you to consider things like fixed indexed annuities. If you have retirement accounts from previous jobs, you might want to consider moving those funds into a fixed indexed annuity that's focused on growth. Why? Because that money will be protected from the market and you won't have to worry about losing anything. The next one you might want to consider with your retirement accounts is fixed indexed annuity accounts that provide guaranteed income. There's nothing like having a peace of mind knowing that you're going to get a guaranteed income of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 every single month for the rest of your life. And that's what a fixed indexed annuity could do for you. Now let's talk about how taxes impact us in retirement. We need to make sure that we understand how to withdraw from our accounts. So here we're going to look at 3 ways that your money could be taxed because I really want you to understand this concept. Your money could be taxed in one way, which is taxable. Tax deferred is the second, and the third is tax advantage. So let's say you have an account that has grown to around $500,000. We're going to look at each category and see how it's going to be taxed. The first one is if you have the money in a checking account, savings account, CD, stocks and bonds. Those will experience capital gains taxes, and about 15% is going to go to Uncle Sam, so that's around $75,000. Now we have the next category of your retirement accounts, like your 401k and your 403b. Because you have not paid taxes on those funds before, they're going to be taxed at around 30%. So you'll be paying the IRS around $150,000. So what are some things that can disrupt your plan? The last type of account we have when it comes to taxes are health event is a tax advantage account. The other one is long-term. 2 examples of these accounts. So how do we protect against that? IRA? Well, as we have to plan for the value and a permanent and also do our best to protect our income. These accounts are not taxed because the money that you put in is not taxed, and it grows tax-free so that when you withdraw those funds, you don't have to pay taxes on them. So we're going to dig deeper into this topic because 70% of people age 65 or older will need some form of long-term care to support them in their remaining years. But the challenge is that only 8% of people over 55 have actually purchased some form of long-term care. So that is a huge gap that we need to address. It's basically like saying most people are going to need it and most people don't have it. You can see that you have two options when you purchase long-term care. The first one is a standalone policy, 4 years. That is something and a nursing home with a semi-private room and insurance can cost you almost strictly $350,000 long-term care. So we need to make sure way that you can do it is because what you don't want to happen where your long-term care retirement savings to a life insurance policy, typically as a rider, depleted. So now what happens if long-term care it's not a health challenge, but the market drops? We need to make sure that we have our income separate from market loss and that we're not relying on investments for immediate income. So let's address the fact that considering all of these things when you're approaching retirement age could feel overwhelming and a little complicated. Up until this point, you've pretty much been making isolated decisions, not really understanding how everything is connected together. And one decision is going to impact the other. As a registered Social Security analyst, I help my clients develop a personalized analysis of, firstly, when the best age is to claim their Social Security benefits so that they're not leaving any money on the table, and also so that you are claiming all of the benefits that you're entitled to, helping you understand clearly what your next steps are, and then making sure that we coordinate this with your overall retirement strategy. So if you're interested in receiving personalized assistance regarding your Social Security claiming and how that fits into your overall planning strategy, click the link in the description of this video, or you can scan the QR code on the screen right now to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me, and I will see how I can help.